podcast. The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Wow, you guys actually let me get through that whole little bit there. You are in the loop with Max Wingrove. We got Shorya Lamba back here again, once again. And we got, I don't know who this is.
Ethan Wingrove, man. I've been living with you my entire life.
He's a small, up-and-coming, what is it again?
A YouTuber?
Oh.
I think we're all small, up-and-coming YouTubers
I
here.
thought you were a small, up-and-coming Musically.
Yep. That's...
Because I remember the days of Musically, and you were...
Please don't, man. Please
well, either way, today the discussion is about Christmas in general, because it is, by the time I post this, I hope it is Christmas Eve.
Oh no, we're recording this on Christmas Eve. It's very, we're that dedicated to it. We're ignoring our own family.
To
do I just saw Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker today.
And then that's
and these guys didn't.
There's one thing that is definitely part of Christmas, at least for me, because
unless it comes out in May, like Solo.
a tradition. Yeah, again, a tradition in my immediate family is that we go see. Well, we have since The Force Awakens. We've gone to see every Star Wars movie that came out in December on Boxing Day, which is a long-ass time and a long-ass wait from what it seems from you seeing it today.
The Last Jedi got so much backlash, they had to take an entire Christmas off. I just realized that. Just like, alright, we can't put the holidays in at risk this time. And Solo got a lot of backlash anyway. People are like, why does this exist? I actually liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, you gave it a 10 right after you saw it.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm a bad movie reviewer. And that's why if I even talk about movies on my channel, which is at least once a year, I won't even give them a rating. The one I'm making this year, I just give my general consensus on them, but I don't actually do a review of it. I just judge movies out of 10, how much I enjoyed myself in the theater. Apparently with Solo, it was a lot. But that doesn't make it a perfect film.
No, like definitely not. And this movie, even before... I mean, this is not what we're going to be discussing the entire time, but just to start things off, this movie, The Rise of Skywalker, I have seen so many videos of people just absolutely just trash-firing on the trailers and saying it's going to be a complete failure, like 4 months before the movie is even out.
But why?
An example, I like this channel, but nerdrotic.com, you guys just railed this movie 4 months ago, and maybe it's validated. You know, it all depends on your opinion, of course, but it seems that this is like the most poorly received main Star Wars movie since the prequels, because like I think
get out of here.
The only prequel that everybody hated a lot when it came out was Attack of the Clones, because everybody after Phantom Menace had all that denial and whatnot. So, Shorya, you're the only one who's seen it.
Yeah, having seen it, I still have to kind of process it. I can understand like casual Star Wars fans who absolutely love this movie, and I can understand people who absolutely hate this movie, because I I've really mixed feelings on this film. I'm gonna have a review at some point.
Watch that review, Shorya Lamba.
Yeah, it's not out yet because I just gotta wait to review it. I don't feel like reviewing it today. I'm really tired, and I just watched it, and I didn't know what to think about it for a while after seeing it. Like this is the most conflicted I've been on a movie in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you scared me a little. You texted me. I wish I had saved it. But you were like, I don't want to think about this movie anymore. I just gotta play a game. Like I can't stop thinking about it.
Literally,
I don't know what to do.
It did not leave my mind because it was so weird. Like the experience was so weird because I kept thinking throughout it, this is so good, but this is so bad. because there were so many things that were so good, but then so many things that were not. And I was like, how can this be like good and bad at the same time? Like
Dude, that's an achievement.
It's such a weird movie experience. Like I went home and my dad is just like says this about everything, but he was like, this is the best Star Wars movie ever.
Oh
And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna like let anything like influence like me watching this, but like I just went home.
Let him have fun.
I went home and I was like, when I was like, so what'd you think? I was like, it's like I didn't even watch it. I don't know.
Right. Here's the thing.
And like it's so many. There's like a lot of There's a lot of scenes I'm going to watch from this movie again that I do like a lot. There's one particular scene. It's a character moment that's amazing. I think Kylo Ren is probably the best part about this movie.
Hell yeah. Probably the best part of this sequel trilogy, actually.
And what they do, there's one thing they do near the end with Kylo Ren that I absolutely hated. But for the most part, he was probably the best part about this movie. But the Emperor didn't need to be in it.
I didn't know that he was in it, man. Oh my! I mean, maybe he was on the story.
That's out there, man.
That's out there. That's not a spoiler. It's the Emperor's on the poster.
It's just dumb, man.
He's on the poster. He's in the trailers.
Oh
he's in all the marketing.
That's
so
just weird. Wait, you said your dad said that it was the best Star Wars movie ever?
Like halfway through.
Let's link his YouTube channel in the description.
Yeah, well, you know what, and also. Like, people said, I saw this interview with one of the producers, and they were like, oh, our plan was to have the Emperor come back the entire time. No, that is a bunch of garbage.
There's one
thing.
thing.
For 1 second.
Yeah, there's one thing. I remember after seeing The Force Awakens, Max, you were telling me one thing. You were like, this would just absolutely piss me off because it doesn't make sense because of this and this and this. And you're going to see Rise of Skywalker and get so mad about this, and it's going to be really funny.
Dude, I don't know what that was. I'll probably...
You said something about after The Force Awakens, and I just remember you're like, no, that can't work because, like, do people not understand this?
No, there's
and
no
I was
way.
like, so I was watching Rise of Skywalker, and I was like, wait, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. I was like, oh, you did it. Well, okay. I'm just gonna leave the theater. No,
Darth
like
Vader.
literally, like there's something that happened. I was like, also the movie was so rushed and it was so messy, and everyone's already said the Rise of Skywalker is messy, but no, I mean like every scene is like. They're not even scenes. It's like something happens and it's like, and then someone like says something and it completely changes the subject.
Right. Okay,
and
so
it's
they're
so
not
choppy.
exaggerating about that. So
no, like it's so messy. It feels like 3 movies cramped into one. People are right about that.
Yeah, no, I know they for sure did not have a plan to bring the Emperor back because J.J. Abrams said that he gave Rian Johnson like this whole script like template for what the rest of the trilogy could look like.
Yeah.
And Rian Johnson said he had complete creative control over The Last Jedi, and he like totally scrapped it and he just made his own thing. So he messed up the plan.
Right,
so,
and I don't blame J.J. Abrams for the problems with this movie because he just, I guess he kind of did the best with what he had.
No, I see him just absolutely trying his ass off, and I don't.
He doesn't know what to do anymore. He's like, see,
Ryan,
and that's what people are saying. Like, I respect the prequels more now because it was at least consistent, and this trilogy really is just like all over the place. It just does not know what to do, and a lot of this movie is dedicated to fixing stuff in The Last Jedi instead of progressing with its own thing.
It's Star Wars Episode 9 damage control, and you know what?
I mean, well, you have to see it for yourself before you say these things, but like, in my eyes, like there was a few parts where I was just like, okay. There was one part where they had this jab at The Last Jedi that I actually really liked. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool because this character actually did have an arc in The Last Jedi, so this makes sense.
Imagine it was just like, Oh, never mind. Yeah.
There's this compilation on YouTube. It's called John Boyega Being Real About Star Wars, and you can tell it's for the Rise of Skywalker because I think he has. I don't know what his hairstyle is called, but he didn't wear it for any interviews for The Force Awakens. So this is like Mark Hamill being quote unquote real about The Last Jedi, just saying his distaste for it. So John Boyega, I think, is the least on board about this movie that he's in.
That reminded me, John Boyega plays Finn in this movie completely different from how he played it in Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Like, he's a different person.
Nothing to fight for.
In Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, he was like, I'm breaking you out. I need a TIE fighter. In this movie...
I'm in charge.
In this movie... He does none of that.
Yeah, he's a supporting
He doesn't...
character.
No, this is how John Boyega acts in Rise of Skywalker. Oh, well, I would have been pissed. Like, that's John Boyega in this movie.
Oh, is he, like, really quirky or something?
Like, he's, like, really quirky and the guy who's running everything. And I was like, this is not Finn. This is not Finn.
I'm a George. You know,
because he didn't do any of that from Force Awakens and Last Jedi. I don't know if, like... I don't know what happened there, but...
Yeah, he just doesn't have an American accent anymore. He just like, doesn't even care. I'm Finn. And it's like, what? What?
Also, I mean... Like, they don't let some emotional moments linger on long enough, and so I didn't care as much. There was a couple moments where I really felt it. There was one character moment scene where I got really swept up on it, and I wanted to... I felt like I could cry. I could have cried.
Holy, really?
There was one moment like that, and I've seen reviewers touch on it in spoiler reviews as well, and I was like, yeah, I agree with that.
I was about to say, dude, why are you watching spoiler reviews? You can get it spoiled for you. We're literally talking about your opinion on it.
Yeah, not everyone.
Yeah, I could just like ruin both your guys' day and like spoil the entire movie. But
and you know what?
Do that.
This is... Think about this. This, I haven't seen it, so I really wish I could actually know if this was a good thing or not. But this is this generation's Return of the Jedi. And this is like last generation's Revenge of the Sith and whatnot. I mean, this...
Oh, man.
Yeah,
this is a landmark film.
I was watching Chris Duckman's spoiler review, and like, I'm not going to say what he said or about any spoilers, but he said in that review, he said, I'm curious to see in like many years from now, like what my kids think of this movie.
Right.
Like,
History.
If anything really changes there, that's what I'm looking forward to the most. And...
Oh my gosh, yeah, how are the movies that are being released, like, this year are gonna impact people, like, people's childhood in the future?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right. You see, if young kids are watching Rise of Skywalker, I mean, I don't know. If that...
there was one kid next to me, he looked really bored. Like, I was entertained by Rise of Skywalker from start to finish, I will say that. It's a really entertaining movie, but it's not a very good movie, in my opinion. But this kid next to me looked super bored. Like, he kept looking around and kept moving in his seat. I was like, are you good, dude?
That's
like,
you, even when you're not bored. Like, seriously, we'll be watching a really good-ass movie, and on the couch you'll just start, like... what are you doing?
Slouching back.
Like, when we were watching Raiders of the Lost Ark, I could tell you were dying.
No, I was bored. I was bored the first couple times I watched that movie.
Wait, remember when you and Max were watching something and I just started doing burpees?
I don't remember what that was.
That was Vito and me.
And then
was Vito and me, and you broke the ceiling.
I jumped up and I broke the ceiling.
Oh, I thought we were talking about, like, when we watch a Moonlight and you can... Whatever, okay, look.
What did I do during Moonlight?
You completely... At the ending, you were like... I don't know what you
Damn.
said. I don't want to say what you said because it's like derogatory. But
what? What did I say?
What happens at the end of Moonlight?
Okay, let's move on.
He's just talking. The two adult versions of them are talking together.
Yeah, I'm
right?
not gonna say what you said, but anyway, basically what I wanted to talk about.
Oh my gosh!
And it was a good thing that we went through the Star Wars movies because it actually has a lot to do with.
Wait, actually, one piece of news: Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
One piece of nudes.
News.
Oh, let's go.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker has bombed in China.
But
I read that.
What?
Congratulations!
It bombed in China.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's actually bad because like these big, especially Marvel movies and Star Wars movies, I don't know why, but the Asian market for them is huge because they go on world press tours, right? I'm talking like Asian. I think Scarlett Johansson was asked about the difference between North American and Asian press. Yeah. And I'm like, are these to them foreign films like that big?
That was for Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, like
because she was comparing the press and like criticism against her, like.
Oh no, but that was her Hollins interview. I guess she got asked about it again, but it was for Avengers Endgame. So it's like Parasite got a theatrical release here in North America, but it's not like one of the biggest releases of all time.
Yeah.
Week in North America, people just know about it. Like, that's crazy.
Well, it's a good thing it did get released in a wide release, because holy crap. Okay, so...
I'm gonna talk about it.
Basically, I know you're not.
No,
Well,
in my video.
If we're moving on to the next thing, should I change something in my top 10 list of the year?
You'll save that for the top 10 list, bro.
Yeah, but okay. I just won't tell you.
Just save it. Just tell me, because I want to be
It
surprised.
has
That's
it
why.
has to do with the number one spot.
Rise of Skywalker became number 1.
No.
Oh no!
Imagine.
Okay,
It has nothing to do.
let
with
me be
Rise Skywalker.
surprised. That's why I'm not telling you my top 10 right now, or because I've ranked every single movie, but I'm not telling you until I make a video. Or
Hey! I wish Rise of Skywalker would have made my top 10 because 2015 it was The Force Awakens for a while.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then I kept changing it.
Yeah, obviously.
But, like it was Star Wars had been my number one for a while. Like I think it was the same thing with
Jerry Johns?
with
with everybody, the flick pick,
Yeah.
Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman, and not Matthew Brando, whoever does bad
It was an
movies.
experience, man.
Bad movie show, yeah.
It was an experience. It was crazy. Yeah, the thing is about that, I don't know why these people who write articles like hating on the trailers for stuff like Rise of Skywalker. It's almost like they don't want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, at least you wanted to enjoy this
Exactly.
movie. I'd rather enjoy everything than like be pessimistic about my opinions on things and have like such a high bar of like taste for movies that I can't enjoy.
Really
Yeah.
sad. It's really sad that like people just don't care about Star Wars anymore. I watched a video. I didn't like Rise of Skywalker very much, but I watched this video that absolutely pissed me off. It was a video of a scene near the end of the movie where the audience was just screaming and yelling and swearing at the screen and saying like "fuck Star Wars"
What?
and how everything is and like Star Wars should die, and they had no courtesy for anyone in the audience. They were just screaming at the screen, and just that's how toxic the fandom has gotten. That pissed me off. I was just like, okay, I'm done with this.
Because even if you're one of those people who hated on the trailers and made a point of like everybody knowing you hated the trailers and you thought the movie was gonna be garbage, you're not gonna turn around and even if you did enjoy it, you're still gonna deny it. You're not gonna say that you enjoyed it. That's why I'm saying like critics on like Rotten Tomatoes and whatnot. It's kind of broken now.
They're like, stop hating on popular movies just to go against the grain and seem different.
Or
just
go
enjoy
with
what you
the
wanna
grain
enjoy.
if you're like a certain part of the grain.
Just enjoy what you want to enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
If you're a certain part of the grain.
well, yeah, that's it, because it's like it's either mainstream to hate on stuff like that, or it's mainstream to just go with the flow. And right now, it's cancel culture and whatnot. So.
Form your own opinion and don't go with the unanimous choice.
Meaningless. That is meaningless.
Frick the system. Get your own information. The government is a lie. You know, everyone's opinion is invalid. That's what it's turned into now.
Yeah. So Star Wars, big part of this holiday season, and I'm excited to see it.
I was still super excited for it, and I'll also always like be excited about Star Wars despite like no one cares about it anymore apparently, but
it's because they took a Christmas off, man.
Yeah, and if you compare The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker and Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score is rotten for this, and it's really good for Last Jedi. And the audience score is really good for this, and rotten and terrible for Last Jedi.
Yeah.
So
wait, what is the audience score?
For Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
Like
What's the audience score?
Like 89.
Okay.
Jeez, okay,
And
it's divisive.
Yeah, but it was like the opposite for Last Jedi. So it's like, I don't know what's going on with critics and audience members, whatever. But
They cannot get along.
It's just a war. Yeah, I think the last time a huge movie had critics and audiences united, not just on Rotten Tomatoes but on everything else, probably was was Endgame, and that's not too far in the past. But you know, I'm just saying, there's been a few movies that have come out recently that people just can't seem to form their own opinions on.
Also, like, I think the thing that'll make people the most mad, one of the things that made me the most mad about Rise of Skywalker was there's a lot of things that happen in it that just don't make sense. Like they just straight up, like we're like, oh,
Wait.
it's Star Wars, and
So
the Force
this
it's
happened.
Star Wars, and
The Force can
and the
do this.
Force is a thing.
The Force
So
is just
we can
limitless.
do anything, and
Yep.
people will believe it.
Oh, it's like Elsa's powers.
And
from
like
Frozen.
literally,
They
there was
never
a part
explain it.
at the end. I was like, what?
There you go. I'm assuming it has something to do with a little bit of a Mary Sue-ish thing, isn't it?
What do they like? Create life like Dr. Manhattan or something? Like what goes on?
What kind of reference is that? We're talking about Star Wars. If you're gonna be talking about creating life, it's Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Oh.
You dummy.
I don't even know the story of Dark Plagueis the Wise. All I know is that he got killed by maybe one of his someone he
He was
brought up.
killed by Palpatine.
Oh, snap. Wow, that makes that speech really deep. George Lucas, you are a genius and not insane. Good job, man.
I was like, there's some stuff that like when the movie started, like the opening scene, I got really hyped. I was like, oh, okay,
Oh,
well,
boys?
we're already into this.
Wait. Is Rose in this movie?
She is,
I
but
gotta
she
go.
doesn't do anything.
Okay, I
Rose
don't know.
does Jack.
I
It was-
didn't care
she
about
does-
Rose in the
Rose.
last
Wait, she has a
has-
romance with Jack?
Rose has no. Shut up. Rose has like 3 lines, and I'm not even joking.
Hi guys, I'm Rose. The end.
Like
She
Rose.
just tries to make out
Rose
with John
says,
Boyega
like,
again.
what should I do? Like, Finn is, like, ordering her to do stuff, and, like, that's it. Like, for, like, one scene.
Yeah, bro.
And that's what I'm saying, like, Finn is, like, some sort of leader now, which I guess makes sense.
Man,
But
I'd
he
be
does
pissed.
he does not act like Finn in, like, Force Awakens or Last Jedi. He's,
Just
like, a
tries to be
completely different
funny.
personality. Him and Poe just have these, like, one-liners, which, like, some of them are pretty funny.
Mhm.
I did laugh a few times in the movie.
Hopefully the bromance is still alive.
No, it's rushed as
Bruh.
hell, but
Yeah, no, that
just like
the-
like mostly everything else in the movie, but
the actress that played Rose, people attacked her.
yeah,
on
that's
Instagram.
that's an
That's
example.
just
That's,
dumb.
that's an
the worst.
example of the Star Wars fans being
That was the
Like
worst
she
it got.
didn't, she didn't write it, man.
That was the worst
she
it
didn't
got.
write it. Like,
Yeah.
golly.
That one made me mad. So okay, hold up. Whatchamacallit? Back in 2015, like I think 2015 or 2016 were the best Christmas seasons of all time. Mainly because I think 2015 was it was packed with Star Wars hype, and 2016, what came out? I think was it Rogue One, right?
yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
still Star Wars, right? So that was a big part of the past few years is Star Wars and whatnot. But another thing to do with Christmas that I wanted to discuss was Shorya. You, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad or anything right now, but you, every time it's like a Christmas break or spring break, you've said like, man, like I want to do something. It doesn't feel like Christmas break. It doesn't feel like spring break. Now I know this diverts from the topic, but I want to touch on euphoria and nostalgia because Christmas nostalgia,
Man,
or no, Christmas euphoria that you may have experienced for holidays in the past, that is no longer euphoria. That is nostalgia, of course, and you can never recreate that. I mean, you can in a certain sense, but it will never be the same.
oh, dude, trust
and
me.
but hold on, I was about to say that everything to do with that is completely lost on me now because I haven't experienced that since like 2015.
Seriously, my last 2 Christmas breaks have just been like so awesome, and the highlights have never been Christmas. I don't know why.
I don't know. Like I don't have as much fun as when I was younger.
Man,
like,
really?
When I was younger, I was just overall just happier.
Oh.
During this season? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And generally.
Really? Because,
Yeah.
like...
I just, as I've gotten older, now, in this time period now, I've gotten a lot less happy.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, that can be said for a lot of people.
Not
and
me, man, damn.
That's good.
It's
Yeah.
good. And, but Christmas as an adult, or as a, late teenager, is, it's really weird and conflicting, because last season... all the little cousins and little kids are having a blast, and I kept wondering, what's going on here? This is almost grown old, but so I tried to recreate as much as I could, but nothing really came up, because when I think about memories like that, they're on some sort of like astral level of just complete, and they're like it's like nostalgia on cocaine.
Well, it's kind of become also the thing where I've realized there's so much more I worry about now. Like back in the day, I would not care about anything but just going home and like playing Black Ops 2. Like,
hell yeah!
With you know, any one of my friends that was online, because that's literally all I cared about. And now there's so much I worry about that I have to think about all the time.
Yeah.
We're growing up.
And that just makes, like, because I just used to, like, be like, okay, whatever. I might have, like, the slightest ounce of homework, but, like, not much, because it's, like, elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
But...
there have been times where I've been so stressed out about stuff that I've had, like, I couldn't even organize it in my own head, everything I had to do, so I had to get out a list and write it down. But all this stuff, I did this on Friday, but the only thing I was worried about was, okay, I have these projects due, and I want to make these videos by this time. I'm glad, because I think my mentality, I was talking to someone about this the other day, it hasn't been to have a positive mentality and, like, think about things in a positive way. It's just to not even think about things. It's just no worries, man.
That's what kind of a lot of people kind of talk about. It's like, if you think about trying to be happy, then you won't be happy.
Well, yeah, exactly. Happiness is a terrible metric, and not to make this like super depressing, but that's what my therapist tells me. Happiness is a terrible metric, because you can't from what I was saying before, you can't recreate stuff that you've experienced in the past. Like I had this dream one time, and this is like a complete encapsulation of what you know, the most wonderful time of the year is. Because back when we were younger, of course, we like Christmas magic, that was freaking real. Like for me, that I was like totally spoiled, and I was totally I was like the cliched kid on Christmas time. And there's this one dream I had that reminded me that this stuff is never really gonna come back. And that is like, I had this dream that I was like following the North Star, and I was like at one of the 3 wise men in Bethlehem.
We're here.
Yeah, we're
this
here.
This is where we are now.
We're here in my brain.
Okay.
I was one of the 3 wise men taking like gold or frankincense and myrrh to Jesus.
How do you remember the 3 gifts they gave to Jesus?
Because we studied it in the Bible for 5 years in school. What do you think?
It was like 7 years.
Whatever it was, it's burned into my brain now.
Wow.
And that kind of thing is not gonna come back. You gotta create new stuff. You're gonna, you know, when you get older and you're going to, you know, start a new family and whatnot. That is the stuff you should look forward to, not trying to recreate nostalgia, because that's just not gonna work. And I find that Christmas is like the time where everybody starts doing this, because it's not just us 3. I've talked to everybody about this, and everybody agrees.
It's so unhealthy to make a plan to create happy memories.
Thank you.
Because every single time, if you think about your happiest memories, you've never gotten into the mindset with them, okay, now I'm going to create a memory I'm going to be nostalgic about. And even if you're nostalgic about something, honestly, it probably wasn't that great. Yeah. Like, if I think about my grade 8 science class, I actually get a sense of, oh man, I kind of miss that. But it was not that fun. I feel like we always make the past seem better when we're thinking about it. But
yeah, and no, like when I was younger, my birthday and Christmas are pretty close together. They're only like they're like 2 months apart. And so I would always like have it planned when I was younger, like, oh yeah, this is what I want for my birthday. This is what I want for Christmas. And now, like, my parents are like, what do you want for Christmas? Like, I don't know.
Freaking know. We're grandmas now.
I have no idea.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, you know,
I don't care as much, but I want to care.
No, I realized that the other day, but it was like in a positive way. I was like, there's nothing I need, because I'm already like really happy with everything that I have. It wasn't that I didn't care, but I couldn't think of one thing that I was missing, and I was just like, dude, my life is awesome. I got up this morning and I looked out the window and I just got so happy for some reason. I was like, it's Christmas break, man. Like, I have nothing I have to do today. I have nothing I have to do. I can do whatever I want. And I was just like, let's go, man. And I slept until like 11 in the morning. I'm like, I don't even care.
No, I can never do that. But like sleeping till 11 in the morning. It's definitely not snowy, so that definitely doesn't help to put you in the spirit.
Well, I wanted to film a short film in the snow, but that's kind of the only thing that's disappointing.
It's gonna snow.
Well, I don't want the snow.
No. Well, it's gonna start snowing in January into March, and I'm gonna have to work.
You're supposed to be the star of Red Snow, man.
I'd be down for a short film, but I don't want it to snow. I don't want to shovel, and I don't want to walk. I don't want to walk in the snow, and I don't like cold.
The thing is about going like tobogganing or something. I like to do that a lot. In my neighborhood, to get to the toboggan, I like go up somewhere and I play in the snow and everything. I think one of the worst memories I have ever had is, if you play in the snow too long, it starts to get bad because the snow gets all in your clothes, and then it starts melting, and your clothes get really heavy. I have one of the worst memories ever. My entire body was like totally like so cold, and my hands were numb, and I was just walking down the street like on the verge of tears just because of how much like pain I was in, like dragging like I just wanted to go home. And I was just like,
This is a question that I debate with myself a lot. Would I rather be too hot or too cold?
Oh my god.
And I'm not even saying freeze to death or like burn to death.
Slightly too cold or slightly too hot.
I'm saying like you feel too cold or you feel too hot. And sometimes I'm like, I'd rather be too hot.
Depends on
because
if you're
I can
cold
just
or
like
hot.
I can just like relax, kind of just like not wear like, I'll just wear like a t-shirt and like shorts and just like kind of. But then I'm like, when I'm hot, I feel kind of sick sometimes. But that doesn't really happen when I'm cold. When I'm cold, I like put a bunch of stuff on or whatever. But like that debate, I always change my mind.
Yeah,
like,
same thing with food.
I have a final answer for that. And I've been also asking myself that.
Let's say it at the same time.
Freaking working in the freezing cold this entire fall, I can tell you. And I'm working also in the summer. I worked in the summer outside, and I worked in the freezing cold this winter and fall. I freaking hate the cold! Get out of here with the cold, okay? I prefer to be scorching hot, having to like lift traffic cones and set up equipment. I
Trust me, being too cold will make you like miserable, like in pain, like, oh, this sucks. But like being too hot in a car will make you want to stab someone. Like it will make you go insane to where you're like tearing your clothes off.
I just proved the point right there. You both have completely different opinions.
Yeah. Being too cold sucks. But it's like just in this sucks type of way. But in being too hot, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so terrible. Please just stop. Like, I'm gonna start praying soon. This is so bad, man.
No. I'm like that with the cold. I can't do the freaking cold. I'm not like, I need to be in Florida all year and just stay in the sun. No, I need some coolness, but
I need some coolness in my life, guys.
I'm already freaking I already out cool. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Back to Christmas break. I think why I've had such great Christmas breaks like recently and summer breaks and stuff like that is that for like 3 years now I've been in the mindset that I'm totally aware that I'm in the good old days right now.
Oh, you're about to pull out the Office quote.
Like, I'm hyper... Yeah. That's what made me realize. I'm like, dude, I'm, like, hyper aware. I'm like, I am in the good old days right now, and I know that. So when I'm older, I don't regret that I didn't cherish all of it. Like, I always look around. I remember I was going down to your birthday party, because... I always love hanging out with your house, like, around the time of your birthday. I was walking down the street this year... And I just, like, looked around me, and I was just like, all right, man. Because it's that quote where it's like, life moves too fast. If you don't stop and look around a little while.
What's that quote
You might not catch it. I don't know.
Oh, my freaking God. It's not you might not catch it. It's you'll miss it. And it's Ferris freaking Bueller, you dummy.
Oh, man. I don't know,
I've seen that movie once.
I've never seen it.
And that's the best John Hughes film. Shut up with your
16
candles ass.
It's really not.
Or Home Alone.
All right, guys. Wait,
Home
put the gun away, man. It's really not.
Guys, we have opinions on this channel.
Yeah. Speaking of Home Alone, what is the best Christmas movie of all time?
Elf.
I know.
Die Hard.
No, but what is actually the best Christmas
That
movie?
one guy that just wants to piss people off at Christmas. Actually, guys, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
No, it's like Die Hard 2, because that's also a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
No, guys.
It's like your character from The Office Parody 5. You're like, Christmas
guys,
movie?
The Exorcist. It's a Christmas movie.
Alright, sure. And that's where we're gonna end off, guys. Thank you very much.
I would say the best, and you know what? This movie is 55% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Better not say Polar Express.
I'm gonna say Polar Express.
Oh my
Oh yeah, you
goodness.
showed me that
There we
movie, and I was just like, I didn't like that much, and you got so mad.
There is no no. There is no better Christmas movie. Like the only to me the only thing that rivals it is another motion capture movie.
Elf.
And, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that was the best
Elf
motion
is
capture ever?
Elf is completely CG.
Yeah. Like
You look so concerned.
no, is Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol, which is like one of the scariest animated movies I've ever seen.
We get it, man. You're dark and edgy.
I am dark and edgy.
And you pick scary Christmas movies.
That movie scarred you. I know it did. And it scarred
right.
the crap out of me, man.
No, I'm not scared.
Anyway, Polar Express. How can you say, Ethan, how could you say that you don't have nostalgia for that movie?
Oh, I do, dude. That movie's awesome. As soon as you said that, Shorya said, "Yeah, I didn't really like that." I almost punched him, but I was like, alright, wait.
Yeah. Just listen, Ethan, pull up, not now, but pull up Spirit of the Season and listen to that track. That will bring you back to childhood. You might even get stuck in childhood. You might shrink into a baby.
I mean, sure.
Seriously.
But, the thing is, I don't get sad if I listen to nostalgic music because I'm already happy like where I am now.
I don't
so
mean
it's not
that.
even
I
like
don't mean
something
you're gonna get sad. I just mean that'll transport.
It's just like Tubi and Binu.
So what is the best Christmas
That's
movie?
me.
Wait,
and there's my friend Beanie.
Oh, why did you make me remember that, Shorya? Oh my god. What about Roly Poly Oly?
This is an entire different podcast on its own. We are not getting into childhood shows. Shut the hell up about that.
Dude, the way you said that, it's not even what you said, it's how you said, yo, what about Roly Poly Oly?
Anyway, back to Christmas break.
That's not where we were. What is the best Christmas movie, you dumb idiot? Just tell me.
Best Christmas movie is Chris.
If you say Christmas with the Cranks,
dude, Tupi and Binu.
Wait, what's that? What'd you say?
What?
Nah, let me blow everything out the water. Christmas Chronicles, baby. Boom, baby.
With the flossing elf?
Let's go right.
The flossing
the
elf?
flossing goblin elves. Wow, I get nostalgia thinking about Christmas Chronicles because I watched.
That was not even a year ago. That
I
was
know.
under a year ago.
Okay, well I get happy thinking about it because I last Christmas break was like kind of fire. Just because both recent Christmas breaks, I'm telling you, both of them I can name the one game that I played the crap out of. Like both Christmas breaks. Also, the thing about it is, especially with summer, don't get it twisted like you think that the break, just because you have no school, it's gonna for some reason add fun into your life.
No.
The only thing it does is it takes away all your worries when it comes to school, unless you have projects during the break. But still, it's not the adding of fun, it's the subtraction of worries. So you're just chilling the whole break. I remember
chilling with my homies and we vibing.
No. I still remember it as like one of the best weeks of my life. And it was this summer. I had an entire week where I just was alone and
that was the best week ever, dude.
I'm serious.
Alone.
I'm being serious. And I just played video games and I just watched YouTube videos.
That's what I wish I got happy doing.
And
because I do that now and I'm like I wish like someone just invited I wish someone like invited me to hang out.
I don't know how you do that. I can't stay
I did that when I was younger. When I was younger I was like, yeah, let's just grind Black Ops 2 all day.
I know, my parents keep pressuring me, like especially if I'm doing nothing, to go call my friends and hang out with them. But I don't I just never get bored enough, man. Like, I'm just in a state where I can just, there's so many things I can do to entertain myself.
This will change.
That I'm just, dude, we get it, man. Growing up is terrible, and you guys have terrible life experience, and I get stressed out just listening to people's stories.
No, I'm not saying you're gonna get stressed out. I'm just gonna say, like, you're gonna have different interests, and sitting down and playing Need for Speed all day long will definitely not entertain you.
No. I didn't do that the whole week. No, I listened to new music that was coming out, and I went to the mall and stuff by myself, but it was just the feeling of just being by myself and just being totally free, because there wasn't any schoolwork I had to worry about. Oh yeah, that's the way to describe it. I was free. And I was just like, I'm just going to take a shower, and then I'm going to play video games, and tomorrow I'm going to go down to the mall.
You're not being, like, swarmed by fans like usual on your channel.
Like usual? What are you talking about? November 2018 when
there's people that actually come up to this guy.
But, like, locally. Only locally.
Yeah, but they didn't know you.
Oh,
like,
no,
I
didn't know them. Yeah. That's just also because I'm bad with names, but, it's weird now, man. Yeah, people that I don't know will actually, like, recognize me just from the channel and nothing else, which is great, but, it's just local, and I'm just like, wow, man, it's just a thing, man, it's just a thing, but I probably shouldn't talk about it like I have so much experience, like, yeah, you know, the thing about that is, like, I'm some guru, just, like, I know how to handle it, because it's not like I have crowds walking after me whenever I go outside, which all celebrities, like, hate being famous. So many of them have said, like, the money is great, but if the fame was gone, like, that'd be awesome. And then everyone who's not famous wishes they were famous. So, like, if you're a celebrity...
no one can be happy.
Yeah. If
the world is dead.
No one can be happy.
No one can be happy.
That's the title for this podcast.
Just die.
It is impossible to be happy.
Yeah. Featuring Shorya Lamba.
Everybody wants to be everybody else, and nobody's happy with themselves. Unless you're Ethan Wingrove, baby.
I think you are the happiest guy in the world right now.
Yeah.
Probably. Bit the Christmas break. I think
alright, I gotta go.
The best in recent memory was because of your favorite movie, bro. Like, seriously, 2016 was probably the best in recent memory because, like,
because of La La Land?
Because of that entire season.
Oh yeah,
of
reveal. I've never revealed this on my channel. I guess my favorite movie of all time is La La Land.
Yeah, and watching that, I watched it before you. Watching that,
dude, I didn't even want to watch it.
I watched it 3 times. Yeah,
I'm mad because I did not want to watch it. I was like, it's a musical.
And then I watched it,
and I was like, okay, what was that?
Where'd you learn that?
Where'd you learn that?
It was one of the biggest, like, parts of that entire year and that entire season. And you know, wait, and wait, hold on. You're about to say something.
Yo, the Clone Wars. Have you ever seen Star Wars: The Clone Wars? Best villain in Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yeah. I'll admit it. I was about to say something.
Yeah. Well, you don't freaking think I know that. Anyway, now you made me forget, you dumb idiot.
Back to Christmas break.
No. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, thank you. No, seriously. No.
Back to Christmas.
There you go. That's the title of the video. ITL Podcast Episode 8, Back to Christmas Break. Now listen, no Christmas for me has ever changed, though. We've done the same thing every single year, I just realized. Have you ever gone away for Christmas or, like, you know...
Probably, but I don't like to.
Have you gone to India for Christmas?
No.
Okay. I think, like, one time we lived at our grandparents' house, and that was the only time it's ever changed, but Christmas has stayed the same every single year. Do you realize that? We were supposed to go to Manning Park one time.
What is that?
Manning Park is a place up in the mountains. We were supposed to go and camp there for Christmas. And, like, open presents under an actual tree.
Wow, I like our traditions. We just watch a movie every Christmas Eve or, like, go eat with
we
family.
Watch either Elf or Talladega Nights. And
no. Or Polar Express.
Yeah, but we stopped watching that a while ago, and that's disappointing.
Good. Elf is better.
And that's where we're going to end it off, guys. Come on,
shut up. People are actually going to think we're ending it off, so shut up.
Guys, don't leave.
Stay here.
Don't leave.
Wait.
Our voices are soothing enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got a caramel voice, Shorya.
Yeah, you got a nice, soothing caramel voice, man. It makes me uncomfortable.
It
Okay,
makes
how nice it is.
Oh, yo, speaking of school.
When did anyone mention? Okay,
no,
go.
because
go ahead.
Dude, it's winter break. It's
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
This is a Christmas podcast.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Exactly.
talk about school.
School has nothing to do with this.
We
podcast.
get it, Max.
no,
You
no.
graduated. You just
You
I'm
know
not
what we're
saying
talking
that.
about? We're talking about old nostalgic kid shows now.
No.
Roly poly. Alright, go, Max.
No,
go.
Ethan. Do you remember Christmas concerts in elementary school?
Oh, dude,
Those
Yes,
were
go.
fire,
bro.
Those were fire.
Oh
you know
my-
why?
I did not care.
Yeah,
you know, I
you-
played
wait.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz in grade 5
Okay, shut up.
in a play.
Hold on.
Stop playing right
No.
now.
Do you know why?
Fanny the Platypus.
Wait,
No, hold on.
you
Do you know
serious?
why?
Yeah.
Do you know why those are the best thing ever? Not because I got to sing Mariah Carey in front of an entire audience. I didn't care about that.
Are you serious?
It's because we got to miss so much class. We got to miss religion class. We got to miss math class.
Oh man, religious class was. I don't even remember what I studied in religion class. Honestly.
Dude, listen. For an
Back to Christmas break.
entire week and a half, all we got to do was just sing for the entire day.
Oh yeah, no, I remember
Those
because
are the best.
now, if I had to sing in front of the school, obviously I would feel uncomfortable just because I don't. I'm not that. No. But it's not like oh, what are people gonna think about me? Are they gonna post about it? It's just like I'm not used to singing in front of a large crowd. It's not like I do that often, so it would make me uncomfortable. It's just that. But back then I was just so ignorant to everything, less ignorant to everything than I am now. But I just didn't even think about how weird it was that I was in elementary school just singing in front of a bunch of adults. I just thought it was really fun. I was just like, all right, let's because we got to choreograph the whole dance and music
I didn't
class.
care about any of that.
And-
I just cared that we missed class. That's it. That's all I
Oh
was
wow,
saying.
really? And there was one year where the whole school would sit in front of the crowd, and then we all harmonized together and
That was so
choreographed
terrible.
this whole thing to sing at different times. And I just thought that was so cool. I was like, dude, we are
Yeah,
so
no.
badass.
No,
We're
but
totally
yeah,
impressing
but you
everyone.
see, I had to what was it? There was one time there was this one lady. Should I name her name, Mrs.
Oh no!
Yeah,
You shouldn't. Wait, Max. I just want to say,
Mrs. Whatever.
do you remember ketchup is not a spice?
Okay, shut the hell up. I
All
don't even know
right,
what
go
this
ahead.
is. Freaking Mrs. Grade
Whatever.
7 teacher for the English class. She was the worst coach ever. She thought she could sing, but she tried to conduct
Okay.
one time.
Now we know that we shouldn't have said that name.
I didn't say it. I
We
just
didn't-
Said,
we
no, I
said Miss
no
Whatever.
name.
I know, but now we know we're
You
glad
don't know
that he
Mi-
didn't
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that
good.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know Miss Whatever. Yo,
Miss
my
Lane.
God.
Yo, Miss Whatever, you suck.
Yeah, exactly.
We get a
You
knock
thought
on
you
the door
could
like,
conduct.
yo.
I mean,
what you-
goddamn. Freaking. Oh my god.
Yeah. Just-
Back to the studio.
Yeah, just I don't know if you should say her name. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Oh, I should say her name? Okay. So she sucked, bro. If you listen to this right now, come fight me right now. It's probably shouldn't have said her name, man. I don't want to say it, but I don't think I've had
No,
one
let's just not say it. Let's
teacher that I remember being absolutely terrible
not say it.
consistently.
Okay, whoa. We just talked about this tonight
Yeah,
at a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
so-
Christmas party was.
No, listen. Let's get into this because we've all been to those adult parties where you just sit around eating the appetizers,
Yeah.
doing nothing.
And every single adult brings their kid,
Sure,
and they
yeah,
just
you agree
and
with
they
that?
just think,
No, I actually went to a high school party yesterday.
oh,
Two of
oh,
them.
you're a
Two-
cool guy. Oh,
You're
you're
two of
cool.
them.
Oh,
You're
you're
a
cool.
badass.
Okay.
No, but look, have you've been to so many of those parties?
Like
You-
where
Yeah.
your
you go-
parents just bring you to their friend's party,
Yeah.
and then everybody's friends, everyone's adult friends come, but everyone brings their kids, and they just expect, because we're all the same age,
Yeah.
that we're just gonna start hanging out. If we were all 7, we would have no problem.
No.
But since our generation especially, and I'm not gonna distance myself from the generation and saying that I grew up in the wrong generation. I do this too. We're all more candid to just escape from the social
Exactly.
situation and all just sit in a circle on
Yeah,
our
we're
phones
we're
together.
not adults.
Exactly.
We literally avoid other people.
So
Yeah.
that's why tonight we went to the Christmas party and I saw a kid come in He sat on the couch. I was like, I could just totally not talk to him and just sit here and do nothing like I usually do. But I went up right as I thought that, and I shook his hand. And then his sister came in. We shook her hand. And then we got to talking to both of them for the entire party. Talking of, like, basically breaking the fourth wall about, like, how like, uncomfortable these kinds of situations can be. But no, it was a really good,
Yeah, no, it's always good it's so much easier going there and seeing a kid who's just as, or even more uncomfortable as you, because you barely know any of these adults. And they come up to you like they saw you like 2 years ago, and they come up to you and they know your name and everything, and they make you feel so guilty about it. But the thing is, my baby cousins right now that I see all the time, they probably won't remember me when I'm older, and then I'm going to be like, what, you don't remember me? And then I'm going to be like, oh no, I'm those people, and now I understand them. So yeah.
No, I mean, you know, I wouldn't say I was uncomfortable at any point, and it was good to finally actually talk about how, like, weird, or, like, how inconvenient being there is with another kid who's going through the same thing.
It's not, I phrased that wrong. I'm not uncomfortable just because it's a social situation. I wouldn't, if I was uncomfortable with social situations, why would I have a YouTube channel and stuff like that? Yeah. No, but it's just like, what am I supposed to do? I was kind of forced into coming here, and I wasn't even excited about coming here, so I can't really do anything but make small talk with adults who I don't think the adults sense anything is like a strafe, and I'm kind of just sitting there just like, there's not that much to do here, man.
I say kid like she was like 10 years old, but she was like
a year younger than you.
No, I think she was 18.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have no idea.
And then her brother.
Call an 18-year-old a kid?
Yeah, no, but I call myself a kid.
Dude, everyone our age calls each other. Everyone our age calls each other kid like it's an insult, and it's kind of annoying. It doesn't have.
Yeah, no weed, get out of here with that.
Yeah,
every time you hang up the phone, you're like, "We'll see you later, kiddo."
Actually, he uses another word, but anyways, on to the next.
He uses a couple.
Yeah,
other
I
words
think if someone's listening to this that have seen a lot of the podcasts, including the ones that we've been on, they'll probably be like, I get the sense that it might not be kid. I get the sense. Yeah, it's weird though. Kids that are like 3 years older than each other, especially with the grades in school and the difference between the education we all get depending on our grade, like. If you're middle school versus high school separated by 1 year, like the social hierarchy is so much more different than a 30-year-old and a 31-year-old. Like they basically had the same life experience. So yeah, the thing is with adults and us, what it is they see if you're, let's say you're like a millennial or older now, you see someone who you haven't seen since high school in a grocery market. We have not given them credit. They're so comfortable with just coming up to each other and just talking to each other, man. Yeah, we see people that we have the same math class with that we saw yesterday at the mall, and we're like MacGyvering our way out of the situation to be in the same McDonald's line as them. Well, we're like escaping into the...
Anymore. It's not like you could just go onto the street and be like, "Morning, bird, and a good day today." But it's like, now it's everybody's...
This one kid in my drama... This one kid in my drama class... I watched him walk out of Rise of Skywalker, and he just walked past me.
Bruh.
He did not say hi, and I did not say
shout out to that kid, not shout out. Yo, next time you see the legendary Shorya Lamba movie reviews walk past you, you better say hi to his ass. You just
saw a movie with a movie reviewer, dude.
Exactly, he's verified.
I do not know that, man.
You should have asked to be in the review, you ungrateful bastard.
I don't know.
Dude, he was just vibing.
This is definitely not one of those moments where a kid is super awkward, because this person was 2 years older than me, and he was one of Shorya's friends. And I go to the same school as him, and we were in the same line at the water fountain. He was right in front of me. And all I said to him, we'll just say his name is Blank. I just said, "Oh, hey, Blank."
Yeah, classic Blank.
I literally said, "Hey, Blank." He just looked back at me and blank stared at me. And just continued on with his day. Yeah. Blank with the blank stare.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was just... God. It's kind of off topic. It's not like he was super awkward. But it was just so, just like, yeah. Just like continued. I was like, what? Yeah, the thing is, now I think I'm taking a lot more risks, like socially and stuff like that. No, or just in general. Especially because a lot recently I've come to points where I can either do something that makes me, that makes my heart race and stuff like that, just because it's a new thing, and I just come to the crossroads and I'm like, dude, I could either not do this and just go back to my old routine and just, like, not change anything in my life, or I know that if I do this, I will not regret it at all, even though I'm uncomfortable doing that. And every single time I do something like that in social situations or just trying something new, I always come out the other side like, we're good. Like, I'm super proud that I did that, man.
You are lucky you can always come out on the other side of the tunnel clear.
Well, the thing is, I think at least most things, unless you commit murder and you go to jail for 30 years, you're never gonna regret. Like, most people, if you ask them if they have any regrets in life, they're going to say no, especially things they've done when they were a kid. They're going to say, no, I don't regret it, because obviously I don't really care about it now, and it made me who I am today. But people will usually regret not doing something and not taking a chance doing something. So you can regret things that you refuse to do and you missed out on doing, like opportunities. But you will almost, as soon as you moved on to them, never have any regrets about things you have done. So, like, do things.
Well, especially...
So, do things.
Yeah, well, and I would say...
Hey, guys.
Since...
Do things.
Honestly, I went on that tangent and I just blacked out for a second. Halfway through that, I forgot what I was talking about.
I can relate that to, like, this holiday, because... You're always, everyone's out of the everyone.
You need to stop doing that.
Everyone's outside.
It does not make it better if you stutter and then you make it worse.
No. Everyone.
Don't do that.
What I meant to say is
on a first date.
Yo, back to Christmas break.
First date be like.
You go straight Steve Carell from Evan Almighty.
I think you have really beautiful.
Yeah, no.
Are you speaking?
I can relate that to this holiday because everyone's outside of school, everyone's out of work mostly. So, like, if you're wanting to go and create new social situations, like, you know, if you have like some reservations or whatever the word is, when you're gonna go and approach somebody. I can't really relate to everybody because, like, I don't think any of us here have problems with going up and saying hi to anybody, just random people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, make this holiday season special with a new McDonald's freaking...
Excuse me? And that's where we're getting today's sponsor.
Oh, sponsor! Oh, I gotta plug my uncle's thing. Okay.
What?
Did he ask you?
No, but I just do it anyways.
Oh.
So 3, 2, 1. Have you ever looked at your living room and thought, it's kind of empty in here? Have you ever wanted to buy a piece of furniture that didn't look like it came from the discount section at the Brick? Well, get on over to Vancouver Reclaimed. Custom wood furniture made from only the most beautiful reclaimed wood. From a coat rack, to custom signage, to a kitchen makeover, there is no better place to get handcrafted wood furniture made with the best materials. So get on over to www.vancouverreclaimed.com. That's www.vancouverreclaimed.com. And we're back. Okay, so, you don't have a job yet.
No, and I'm not excited to get a job.
No, but here's the thing. The thing that comes with a job is money.
Yes.
And the thing that
what
comes
does this
with
have to do with?
the thing that comes with money is Christmas shopping. And I tell you, you just wait a little bit. Okay? The thing with Christmas shopping is this year it's been a living hell. This has been the worst I've ever experienced. I've spent over like $200. And I don't even know, even on your ass, I never buy you anything.
Wait,
and
how much are
man.
you spending on your girlfriend, man?
Why are we... Alright, and we're gonna move on.
You told me you're gonna spend $300 million.
Okay, yes, but I'm gonna have to acquire it first. Don't tell anybody about the heist. I mean, anyway, yeah, no, I mentioned a situation I had with this person somewhere in this podcast, but I'm not just gonna say names for the sake of privacy and stuff like that, so no. Okay, don't be trying to expose me, alright?
I literally said, what are you gonna
Dude,
get? What are you gonna get?
don't expose my news.
What are you gonna
Don't
get?
expose my nudes.
What?
And so
I
we
might
don't
just,
even.
like,
What is the
I
sponsor?
I might-
What
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
guys,
sponsor?
I've already done it.
Guys,
It's already passed. It was
guys,
it was
spoiler.
there about
What is
it
this?
was there a minute ago. Didn't you guys hear it?
What is this?
Guys, spoiler. Poe and Finn have sex in Rise of Skywalker.
Dude, okay, that is kind of.
Okay. Anyway.
That's why you're watching it and you're like, oh, this is so wrong, but this is so right. That's what you meant by
Okay.
good and bad. Sure, we
Let me
understand.
let
now.
me just put this to rest. What's it called? Shorya, when in the future when you go shopping for the Christmas season, do not buy anything unless your parents say, you have to buy this thing for your uncle. You have to buy it because that's the thing I made. That's the mistake I made this year. I asked everybody what they wanted, and then I realized that they wouldn't have got me anything unless like.
Jeez.
I never asked anybody.
Okay, no, because you know what? It sucks the hell out of your bank account.
Someone asked me and I just said high shoes.
Oh.
That's what I do for my birthday too. I was just like, dude, just get me a hot dog from 7-Eleven or something.
What is wrong with you?
I don't have
Why
to
do
be-
you just give an like? What do you actually freaking want? That's not what you actually
Exactly.
freaking want.
I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast, I basically have everything. I'm not interested in buying any new games because I already got one that I play a lot now, and I don't want to be split between not knowing which game to play if I have two new ones. So I already have a good game. Camera equipment wise, I mean, it'd be nice to get a $50,000 8K camera, but that's just not
Okay.
realistic.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything realistic to get right now, like, I don't know, it would be cool to get a new laptop, but it's not even, because my laptop is terrible, it'd just be nice to get a freaking ultra powerful laptop for the sake of having more power in a
In
laptop.
order to use the internet, you need the ether cord.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
You know, your laptop has gone through some problems.
Well,
but,
yeah, I'll admit that. Yeah, but it's like it's not. I'm not expecting that someone buys me a new laptop because that's just not realistic. Okay.
And, before, like, okay, sure. So you saw the biggest movie of this, like, I don't know, and not the biggest movie of the year, but you saw like the biggest movie of this second half of the year, I guess. Like after Endgame, this is the biggest movie. Dude, what should I go see?
I disagree.
No, really?
Yeah.
Richard Jewell's the biggest movie?
Hell yeah.
Joker.
Oh.
Oh. I mean, I could...
Dude, Richard
It
Jewell's like...
crossed the 1 billion mark.
Richard Jewell crossed 3 billion, bro.
Okay.
That's why it was at the back of the theater.
Okay.
But bro, what should I go see before Rise of Skywalker? Should I go see Black
Fall of
Christmas or
Sky-
Last Christmas?
Christmas.
Which one? What would you rather watch? Black Christmas or Last Christmas?
Black Christmas
know
is a
any of
bad
those.
movie that takes itself seriously, at least.
Jeremy Johns said it's just like,
Last Christmas can at least be mediocre and not take
Yeah.
itself that
No,
seriously.
I'd rather see Black Christmas. I'd rather see something that's so bad than actually have to sit through another rom-com Christmas movie.
Oh, I already knew that the movie was bad. I got a 5-second YouTube ad. 5 seconds of a dead body in the snow, and it said
Yeah.
Black
And
Christmas.
it-
And,
yeah,
I'm like,
right
oh,
be-
this movie is garbage.
And
okay.
right before the titles came on, it's like a girl just covered her mouth or something.
Like, come on, man. Really? Like, I
Wait,
thought
also, why in every horror movie trailer there's like flickering before a scary
Oh, I
thing?
hate that, man.
It's like
why? Why? Oh yeah.
Like shut the hell up.
No, why do people turn cut to a black
It's
screen?
like no, it
in
goes
their
black
trailer?
and black, and it keeps like flashing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Ah!
It's like someone's blinking.
Yeah, it's stupid, man.
What? Into what? Like lights?
That's
Oh!
in every horror movie
No,
trailer.
no, I know what
Oh,
it is.
I know what you
it's,
mean.
It's to keep your attention up. Everyone's attention is so bad. It's like jingling keys in front of you. Like, ooh,
Dude,
look at the flashy.
I get more attention from that. I pay attention more to the. Can I have a charger? We're dying. Than
Oh.
that. I pay more attention to Stadia than
Oh
the
my
Black
gosh,
Christmas ad. Are you kidding me?
dude! Stadia and Chromebook is both owned by Google and same as YouTube. So they're just bombarding their own platform with ads of companies that they own, man. Like, come on.
Like, seriously, the amount of times I've got the Stadia ad, go to hell! Like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop! I'm so tired.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the butter.
Today, stop.
That's the most legit.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, I wish I got that.
I was
commercial.
alone today, and I just started going insane.
This man's
Not in
not
a
alone.
negative way. I think it's more of a funny way. But I was just like listening to a video, and I was really intriguing. And I was playing a video game, and I was listening to it out loud, and then the Google ad came on, and I sung along with the whole thing. And I was like, "Can we have a charger? We're dying." And I got to the end. I was like,
I'm dying.
I was like, I'm dying. Like, shut up! I shouted alone today, and I was just like, boom, shut up!
Everyone freaking does that. No,
And
that is very relatable to most people.
And I was just like, wait, what did I just do?
Back when I was getting the Cronenberg 1664 ads or whatever.
What is that, a disease?
It might as well have been. The commercial was a disease. It was
Back
awful.
in my day with the Cronenbergs.
No, okay,
If
sure.
you got this disease, you're screwed.
What's
Cronenberg.
the commercial you're getting right now that you hate the most?
Ooh, I got Stadia, I got Shaw.
I like orange chocolate, please.
Oh, here's your change!
I would never give that girl anything. She just gave him a bunch of freaking toys, and then oh my god.
Oh my
no.
gosh, there's this one ad. We haven't said that any of these ads are terrible.
I say they're terrible.
No,
they're
no,
all
no,
terrible.
no. There's too many companies that are so high up their own butt that they'll strike down people's videos just for mentioning their names. I don't want to mention this company's names, but they make alcoholic drinks. What they do is they make this little, like, remix of them. They record themselves, like, shuffling up and making a drink and stuff like that. And
Yes, I hate them.
They remix it, right? But the ad isn't just, like, 15 seconds of a girl just music made by them
It's
making
30 seconds that you can't skip.
No. I get 15-second ones, and they loop the exact same thing three times. So it's burned into your mind. It isn't like, it's like if someone was, it's not like someone singing a song for 15 seconds. It's someone singing like 3 notes and then repeating them 3 times. It's so annoying. I legitimately have to turn down the volume on my phone just so I don't have to hear this stupid commercial. Loop their stupid drink making
Back to
3
Christmas
times.
break.
I know the exact commercial you're talking about. It's the one where someone crushes ice.
Ice! Like, stop!
Yes, that's exactly the one.
quiet!
It's so bad. They looped it 3 times.
Shorya's
It's
just
too much.
Shorya's just sitting here, just like,
He's just vibing with his "I'd like to buy a chocolate bar, please" commercial. Like,
please. Like,
oh my god.
I actually
so-
like that commercial.
No,
Commercial's kind of heartwarming, but it doesn't have anything to do
No.
with advertising. and
Now
chocolate.
it makes me want to rip everybody's heart out that made that commercial.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway, jeez, Louise, we've covered a lot of things in this podcast.
Yeah, a lot of tangents, but I think we're gonna start winding things down here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the season finale of season 1 of the In the Loop podcast. We came from humble beginnings. From anybody who's listened from episode 1, where I talked about 2019's Overlook Cinema. I really, really do appreciate it. Hopefully at Christmas time, I'm gonna get a new microphone, because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you guys haven't known this entire time if you've been listening, but I've taped my Apple earbuds to a tripod. So if you haven't noticed that, that means like I could keep doing that, but now it's out.
Had to say it.
Yeah, now it's out. But hopefully you guys will be getting better mic quality. But I do appreciate you guys sticking around for season 1. If you have, I know there's never really a one straightforward topic, but I talked about this in episode 7. So listen to that one if you're interested. And so you've been in the loop with Max Wingrove and Ethan Wingrove and Shorya Lamba. We're talking about
in the description.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would have forgotten to do that.
Talking about nostalgia, euphoria.
Talking about everything. Just talking about everything. Talking
Movies.
about that. Talking about the ads we hate. Talking about mainly Christmas stuff. At least I tried to.
A lot of Star Wars.
Well, yeah, and definitely watch Shorya Lamba's Star Wars review for The Rise of Skywalker.
When it comes out.
When it comes out.
Maybe I'll wait until Boxing Day and do it with you.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
That'd be cool.
Maybe.
Okay.
Alright.
I admire that. So
Do that, man.
Thank you for listening, everybody, and stick around in the new year because I'll be starting season 2 with some new guests.
Yeah, none of us are quitting.
Well, you won't be on it ever again. So.
Okay, well, I'm not like Nuit. I didn't say anything like super controversial. It's not like we're at the end of Moonlight here. I don't even know what I said.
Okay, no, we're never gonna say that on the channel either. So.
All right.
I will see you guys next time, next season, in the loop.